Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to get going here in just a couple minutes. Once we see this field goal go in. What the heck? What's going on here? Let me figure out what's going to happen here. Let me see. Oh, there I am. That's what I'm talking about here. Make sure y'all jump in. Make sure you all are live. Let me double check my volume. How am I sounding? We are live. Come on, Broncos. Get there. Halftime hash. What's going on, y'all? What's happening today? Welcome in. Come on down. Next up on the halftime hash, it is Ray. We are hanging out tonight. 13-10 at halftime manual. I know, man. You know, we're doing just fine, bros. Listen, we've had a few of these today. Let me get you in here. Ooh, this is tasty as can be, man. Listen, every year we got a big-time Vegas weekend. Me and my boys, COVID done fucked that up, but we are Vegas weekend this weekend. We bet every fucking line today. We bet everything that we could. But let me give y'all something a little crazy here. You know, my grandma, craziest grandma you ever met in my life. She says every time you go out and go gambling, bring a $2 bill with you. So I got my $2 bill with us. We took the Broncos. Broncos 13-10 right now at halftime. Let's get a little recap of the first couple of drives. Dolphins go 3-and-out. There's an interception, but there's a fucking penalty on the backside of that. They go 3-and-out. We got a big stop, 3-and-out. Dolphins, man, they don't look too good on the offensive side. The Denver Broncos defense showing up like you would not believe. However, though, let's go to the offensive side here of things. I got my offensive notes here from the first half here that I've taken. Drew Lock, ugly interception on the first drive. 3-and-out. Long sustained drive. They get a KJ Hamler, couple big yards, Lindsey's yards, 3-and-out again, trash. Broncos, hey, you know, I'm not 100% sure on the Drew Lock train, but you know what? We're up 13-10 at halftime. So we're going to do this like we always do. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We are Orange Weekly, all about fans, brews, Broncos news. It is the halftime hash. Post your questions. Post your comments. We're going to start going through it here, but I always like to give a little bit of a halftime stat line here. Tua Tagovailoa, 8 for 15, 56 yards and a touchdown with 3 sacks. I will take that all day long in a bag of potato chips. Basically nothing happening. Ahmad and Breida with a combined 44 yards rushing in the first half. I will take that in a bag of potato chips. We go over to the other side of the ball. Denver Broncos, Drew Lock, 9 for 19, 118 yards. Again, ugly interception on the very, very first drive of the first game, first drive of the game. Very ugly there. Gordon, 6 carries, 41 yards. Lindsey, 6 carries, 28 yards. I love seeing that 50-50 split right there. Patrick looking really great, 42 yards receiving. Judy, 31 yards receiving. Fant, 11 yards receiving. And, of course, McManus putting in a couple of big-time tutties there. So, y'all know how this works. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the subscribe button. We got the OG Terrell Davis jersey on. We got some beers here. We are going to talk about some Broncos deals over there in your comments button, your like button, all those things. Put your questions there. We're about to react to the very, very first half here. So, let's rewind. A couple weeks back, man. Chargers game. You know, y'all know how we felt about Drew Lock. Remember in the first fucking half when we were going to sign off Drew Lock and we were going to be done with him for the rest of the game? The funniest thing about this game today, that is exactly how I felt in the first couple of drives. I'm like, oh my God, what are we doing? Like, why do we even have Drew Lock in the game? Let's just put Rippon in the game at this point in time because he's just been looking so terrible. But Drew Lock finally picks it up here. A couple of sustained drives. Steps up in the pocket a couple of times. Finally dinks and dunks a couple of times. We got the Patrick, the long drive. We got the KJ Hamler play. Drew Lock giving us enough of a reason to keep him in the game. Here's the question here. Here's the question, right? We don't want more questions. The last 3 weeks in the Broncos backfield, Broncos games, all we're getting is questions. But this time, I feel so much better about what we're seeing from Drew Lock. First 3 drives, terrible, trash. Next 3 drives, he looks like he's got sustained, guys, happening here, y'all. Wyatt, I see your question here. Lock, why y'all focused on some other shit we gonna fix? Can we really let Lock get in there? He's getting sacked due to not blocking. Wyatt, thank you for your comment, brother. I see you as a bowler, Wyatt. I'm a bowler too, man. I appreciate you, Wyatt. Yeah, I agree. You know, the blocking's been suspect at times this year. I haven't noticed the blocking as a big deal in this first half here today. Drew Lock, though, the indecision, and don't even get – listen. Don't even get me started on Pat Shermer right now. I cannot even go there with Pat Shermer right now. But I do agree with you, Wyatt, man. It looks like that we can't get even any time. But the thing with Drew Lock, though, last couple of games, he gets some pressure, boom, he's out. He's out. Left side, right side, doesn't matter what it is. But I see this today, and Wyatt, to answer your question, what Drew Lock needs to do is when he feels that pressure is to step up in the pocket. He has done that multiple times. The strike to KJ Hamler, the strike to Tim Patrick, those look like great freaking throws. Wyatt, great question there, man. I totally agree, but I'm a good thing there. Martha, he said, I love my Denver Broncos for the last 50 years. I don't feel like a like button or something. I don't see what you got there, Martha, but hey, you hit the like button on the Orange Weekly page. That would be great for us, but yes, I totally agree. Listen, 3-6 for 3 straight seasons here. The Broncos need to pick up a win today, period. If, ands, or buts, no doubts about it. Our boy, the ringleader of Orange Weekly, Kevin Dandino, is at the game today. He's one of the lucky 5,000 fans there, bro. Broncos country, Broncos organization, Bronco everything. Listen, we need a solid game today. Or, Pat Shermer, John Elway, a couple guys could be on the way out here for sure. Put Blake Bortles in. I don't know who you are, Chris, but I like you. You're funny as fuck, man. No, the answer is no to Blake Bortles. I think Drew Lock again. A couple weeks back, we hated Drew Lock. He picked it up. I think he's got some shots. We saw a couple of major things from him in the first half today after the first couple of drives. I'm all in on that. I think we're leaving Drew Lock in. Let's let this train ride. I'm all in on this. Hey, I got my boy fucking Mikey here is in the house. We're fucking betting all day today, like I said. Locks play scared. Richard, thanks for your question, brother, man. Thanks for chiming in each and every single week. I haven't given up on him, but he needs to string together a couple of games. Again, we talked about this a couple of times. Drew Lock, his demeanor, I just can't quite figure it out. Again, we go back to the Chargers game. First half, I was doing this halftime show, and every single comment on here was like, F him, ripping in, I don't care, fire Drew Lock, I don't care, man, just get rid of that guy. That's how I felt the first couple of drives today. But the last couple of drives, second half of the first half, sustained drives. I love seeing what he's got going on here. Malcolm, thanks for throwing in here. Hey, our defense is good. I wish I could get the quarterback situation together. Malcolm is making a phenomenal point here. Malcolm, thanks for chiming in here, brother. Listen, I've given Vic. Listen, I'm the biggest critic of Vic Fangio this year. No questions about it. On the Orange Weekly team, I'm the biggest critic of Vic Fangio. And listen, the defense has been playing out of control. I love what we've got going on. It seems like it doesn't matter who's down. We've given up 30 points in 2 straight weeks, but we only given up 10 points in the first half this week. I like what our defense is doing. All we need to do is figure out whether or not Drew Lock is the guy. Is he the guy? I have no idea, but we're going to find out. And Manuel, thanks for your question today, man. Dotson is not a starter. Juwan James is hadn't played since 2018. Maybe our first round should have been listen. I ain't in charge of the front office. I'm not saying I'm smarter than John Elway. Don't get me wrong here. 2 wide receivers in the first and the second round this year. I'm with you there on you, Manuel. Man, I think we should have gotten another Dalton Reisner type of pick in the second round. I'm not saying that KJ Hamler was a bad pick. Listen, don't come at me like that, man. But listen, we got Cortland Sutton. We didn't know he was going to be injured. We got Jerry Jeudy, beautiful pick. Tim Patrick is clearly a wide receiver too, if not better in this league. The KJ Hamler pick seems like a little bit of a reach to me. It seems like that was the Tyreek Hill type of, let's see if we can keep up with Kansas City type of pick there. I would have loved to see an offensive lineman there. Offensive line weak as F. And Jose, thanks for your comment because I can't believe I'm going to say this. Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Sign Garrett Bowles. Sign him to a 5-year, 10-year deal. I don't care what you got to do to sign that, brother. I don't care what you got to do, but that dude is plug and play. He's been rated, I think before last week was rated as the #1 left tackle in the league by Pro Football Focus, man. Limited penalties this year, man. I can't believe I'm saying this. I wish we would have taken his 5th-year option. Let's sign him to a 5-year deal. That dude, he's playing for his career, and that dude's about to get paid as one of the top left tackles in this league. Garrett Bowles, number 72. He might be the best. He He might be the best offensive player we have on the Broncos roster right now, today. I can't believe I'm saying that here. Thanks, Chris. Yes, I think feeding Gordon the ball. He's playing really well. 6 carries, 40-something yards, man. That's a great rate. We love to see that. Locke needs better consistency in play. I agree, Dan. I totally agree. The yo-yo effect. We cannot deal with that, right? We cannot deal with the yo-yo effect. Listen, if you were listening to the Rager podcast this week, we win the game if Locke doesn't throw for more than 25 times. We go back to last year. Locke was 4-1, right? 4-1. The only game he lost was against the Kansas City Chiefs. 40 passing attempts. In every other game that he won last year, he had 30 passing attempts or less. Again, let's take a look here what we got on the stats sheet right now. Broncos, first half, stats. Locke, 19 passing attempts, a little bit high for my liking. Again, every game he won in 2019, he had 30 passing attempts or less. There's fucking Money Mike right there. Plenty of ball, Mikey. Heading out, man. But that's what we're talking about right there. We would love to see Locke throw the ball a little bit less, and I agree. Let's get Melvin Gordon involved. Chris, thanks for your comment. Dan, thanks for your comment. Wyatt, compared to Locke's first 12 games against Allen, and then don't tell me why y'all don't have faith. Wyatt's is basically saying let's do a little bit of quarterback comparison there. I totally am with you there, brother. But listen, back to a couple of questions ago on Dan's. It's the yo-yo effect that's really killing me right now, right? He can drop 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and then he goes the next week and drops 4 interceptions the next game. If we look back at Allen, I guarantee you that's not what we're seeing in his arsenal at this point in time. That's my thing right now. I need to see a little bit better consistency there. We made it to halftime without a lot of flags. Chris, thanks for your comment, brother. I totally agree, man. We are looking there. Oh, and our boy, the fearless leader, Kevin Dandino. Thank you for dropping in here, Kevin Dandino. I totally agree. Again, first 2 or 3 drives, I'm thinking to myself, fucking bench Locke right now. I'm done with this. I signed, seal, deliver. Fire his ass. He's out of here. But last couple of drives, I think I've seen some good things about him. I'd like to see him the rest of the way here. Let's go. How about Garrett fucking Bowles? We don't give up on him. Look how he turned out. Pro Bowl year this year? Probably. Yes, I totally agree. Can we see the path forward? Richard, thanks for chiming in, brother. Again, I would sign Garrett Bowles if I was in charge of the front office. John Elway, he's doing a lot of these. That's what we call head scratchers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100% sure about what John Elway's doing in the front office there. And, of course, Nathaniel, I appreciate you, brother. Let's freaking go, Broncos. Let's go. Brandon Shelton, need our #1 receiver back. Dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine right now if we had Sutton, Judy, and Tim Patrick out there on the field at the same time? That would be out of control, Brandon. Totally agree, man. I think that Sutton is going to be he's a wide receiver 1. Judy is an emerging wide receiver 1. And I think Tim Patrick's wide receiver 2 with upside. Sign. Listen, John Elway, in case you're watching the Orange Weekly halftime hash this week, sign Tim Patrick, 3-year, $18 to $20 million guaranteed contract. Get done. Wide receiver 3 is lined up for the next few years. Sign his ass right now. Next year will be different. We need to finish in the best way possible. Manuel, you've been chiming in all day today. I appreciate you, brother, for all of that content, all that love, but I totally agree. We need to figure out what we got going on, and I would love to see if Locke is the guy. Guess what? Halftime is coming to a close. Kickoff is coming off. Let's go, Broncos. 13-10. We's winning. Are we going to win this game? Can we win it? I think we're going to win it. Here we go. Cheers to you and your fam. Don't forget to wash your fucking hands. Put your goddamn mask on because it saves fucking lives. And let's go, Broncos.